Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie and I'm the blogger behind brighterdarling.com. It looks a little different in here today. I have been playing, sorry, I'm trying to get it lighting. I've been playing with the lighting in my room. I'm playing with the setup a little bit. I'm trying to make some more efficient space in this guest bedroom that I film in, while also helping you guys get a better idea of the lighting, I mean not the lighting, but like the color and texture of my skin, because although the lighting is consistent in my former videos, sometimes I do think it's blown out a little too much, and I want you guys to have more true to light examples of what makeup looks like in real life, right? Because the lighting can make things look sometimes better than it does, or not even better, but just different, you know? And I want you to have a little bit more of an accurate representation of what's going on. And I think we're getting there, and now you're also much closer to my skin than you were in previous videos. So I think this is gonna be helpful, I hope. I do have some tweaking to do with the lighting because I think some things are still a little dark. Like I'm looking in my mirror in front of me and then I have my camera here. Like you know, you can see like what the camera's filming and it looks a little different, but we'll get there. At least you're closer. So anyway, as you can tell from the video's title, we are going to be doing a foundation wear test for this brand new to the market Urban Decay. It's the longest name ever. They really could have probably pared this down a little bit. The Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. Like the Stay Naked and Hydromaniac, I don't know if that was necessary. I think it could have just been Stay Naked Tinted Glow Hydrator. I don't know, whatever. But basically it's a skincare infused tinted moisturizer CC cream, which, you know what, has been everywhere lately. It's January 3rd when I'm recording this. This video is gonna go up later this week. But let me tell you guys, in the last week or two, I have been seeing every single brand come out with some sort of tinted skincare infused glowy moisturizer. Right? Like it's a little bit more than a normal tinted moisturizer, but it's not a full-on foundation, or so they say. So they say. To me, it's a foundation. But I know I've seen Urban Decay come out with one. e.l.f. just came out with one that's supposed to totally rival the IT Cosmetics CC cream. Beautycounter, obviously, if you guys don't know, I am a consultant with Beautycounter, and their whole idea behind the foundation that came out earlier this year was that it was a skincare infused foundation. Like, that's where we're at because we've been in this pandemic, right? Like, this is what people want. Like, they're not wearing as much makeup, but we're taking care of our skin. So it's kind of a way for the brands to market and take advantage of the fact that people aren't maybe buying as much makeup, yet we're still buying makeup. But I'm here for it, to be honest. I actually really have loved foundation that looks like your skin, and foundation that doesn't necessarily have super full coverage, but is kind of like your skin but better. And just from a makeup artist perspective, guys, like true OG makeup artists, that full coverage look is just so not pretty on the skin. It's cool when you're 18 to 25, and then after that it just makes you look older. It just does. It's not pretty on the skin. It makes you look older and a little cheap. Dislike me if you want, it's fine, but you're gonna understand what I mean as you get older. I still love full coverage. Like, I love having that flawless looking skin, but I want it to look like skin. That's the thing. Like, I want a fake perfect skin. I don't want a full coverage matte flat look. It's just not flattering. So with that being said, I am loving these skincare infused, glowy, yet long wearing, medium coverage kind of formulas. I'm very much here for this. So I was so happy that Urban Decay did send this to me complimentary to test out. I'm not getting compensated at all to put this review out, but I did want to share this because I think it's something a lot of people are going to love. I think most women as consumers of makeup, or most people as consumers of makeup, don't really want full coverage matte foundations anymore. I found that it's really not the trend. They want good coverage, but skin-like. And a lot of these makeup products are now also infusing wonderful skincare ingredients in the formula. And to just give you a baseline idea of this formula specifically, it is supposed to boost your skin's natural hydration up to 30%. The application is really easy because it has this tube, which I totally agree. It is vegan. It has 12 shades. It's supposed to be long wearing up to 24 hours. It's supposed to be medium coverage and give your skin a glowy look for up to 24 hours. It's infused with kombucha filtrate, which is supposed to help detoxify the skin. And then it also has marula oil to just help with hydration, which marula oil, if you guys know from beauty, you know, liking beauty, marula oil is infused in a lot of skincare. You can even just buy pure marula oil, and it's one of those oils that tends to work well with most skin types, even if you are oily. So yeah, I actually have been wearing this foundation or tinted moisturizer for the last, I would say, 4 to 5 days now. I do really enjoy it. I just haven't actually done a wear test. So this is a first for me to kind of see what it looks like throughout the rest of the day. Let me look back at the details on it. What I will say I noticed is that this is supposed to also minimize pores and imperfections with like a blurring effect. And I do feel like that is very true. So guys, just some background. My first like favorite high-end foundation, probably back in 2008, like this is the one I remember really loving, was Urban Decay's Naked Skin Foundation, and they discontinued it. Now I will tell you, I couldn't stand the packaging. It was in this pump bottle that exploded every time I traveled with it, and it was really frustrating. But the formula was like, it had a lot of silicones in it, but I was able to wear it because I don't normally like silicones in foundations. It tends to clog my pores. But this formula from Urban Decay, this Naked Foundation, Naked Skin Foundation that they don't have anymore, really just glided over the skin and just smoothed any texture or imperfections I had on my skin, which back then was way more than it is now. This Hydromaniac has a lot of that same blurring effect that I loved from that. So part of me wonders, it's not the same formula, but I feel like whatever they did and whatever they had in that formula, it feels so similar for this tinted hydrator. And I'm very, very excited about that. So if you are a fan of the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation, the OG, it was in a circular tube bottle, you will probably love this because I've been loving it. It reminds me so much of that. So background from just a clean perspective, if you do follow me because you like my clean beauty reviews, this is technically not clean. The one ingredient that I see on it that gives me, you know, red flags, or I don't want to say red flag, but a yellow flag, is it does have PEGs in it. There are some studies out that say, depending on the concentration of PEGs, it's really harmless and it's fine. But because we don't have very much regulation on this beauty industry, we don't know the concentration of PEGs in products. Brands don't disclose like the exact percentage of their formulas. So it may not be perfectly clean, but I think it's pretty good, and there is no fragrance in it, which to me is a big step in the right direction. So anyway, that is all I have to say about this formula right now. I did do the demo, so if you want to watch me apply it, split face, one side's my fingers and one side is a brush, continue watching, and then we will check in later tonight. So hope this is helpful. See you in a bit. It's not my best or worst skin day right now. I'm kind of like, this is like the normal, not having a great skin day, but not having a horrible skin day for me. So anyway, let's get into this, guys. So I know normally what I do is a split face application, and I will do that, but I have been playing with this foundation for a few days, so I kind of have an idea of what I like. So on this side, we'll use my hands, and on this side, we'll use the brush that I normally use. So, okay, so it's in this nice little squeezy tube, which is really convenient for traveling. I also just love a good plastic squeezy tube for most foundations, just because it takes up less space, it doesn't give you an issue traveling, and the only con of the plastic tube, as you guys I'm sure know, is from a recycling standpoint, you know, it's not great to have plastic, but you know, I think brands are kind of trying to be a little bit more sustainable most of the time. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing more sustainably sourced plastics or plastic-like materials in our foundation tubes, tinted moisturizers, things like that. But anyway, back to what it looks like. I feel like my room looks so dark. I don't know why. It is a rainy day today, but I don't know. Hopefully it's just the rainy day. So as you can tell, this color is impeccable for my skin tone. This is medium 50 if I haven't mentioned this yet. But it is definitely a light medium coverage. So you're not getting like full coverage covering all my imperfections. You can still see some things peeking through. I don't mind that. I actually really have learned to embrace the imperfections in my skin. I don't mind it. You know, I'm not a mannequin. So it's okay. And you can go in with concealer and conceal that up. Base makeup is supposed to just give you a foundation, a more even canvas. Then the concealer does the workhorse work in terms of covering up any imperfection. So anyway, if you're looking at the side of my face, it does look more even. It looks like my skin, just a little bit better. With my first impressions of this foundation, it did remind me a lot of the Beautycounter Skin Twin foundation that I love, because it's the same idea. It's medium coverage, natural finish. Let's go with the brush now. And I love that. I love that for every day. That's all I need. I don't want a mask of foundation on unless I truly need it because I have, like, I'm having a really bad skin day, or I have something special going on. I don't know, like, what could possibly be going on special on an everyday basis. But you know what I mean? Like, there's just some days you need an extra coverage because you didn't sleep really well, or your skin's just being weird. But in general, I like to look like my skin, but better. I like coverage. I don't want no coverage, but I want it to look like my skin. So if that means some imperfections peek through, I'm okay with it. So as you can tell with the brush, the application goes a lot faster. I felt like in previous wears, the fingers did give me a dewier look, but now I'm feeling like it doesn't really look much different. Like, both sides look dewy. Why does it look dark on my neck? It doesn't look dark in real life. I don't know. I think it looks so pretty though, right? Maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like it looks really healthy on the skin. And I love that. So I'm just kind of blending it out. I will layer it up on the jawline just because those are my difficult places. But honestly, this covered up pretty good. Like, this is where I have my hormonal breakouts always. And they like always come at the same spot. So it covered them up pretty well, I will say. So I don't feel like I need a terribly heavy, thick layer of foundation for the second coat. For my fingers, I will go back in here. I definitely need to adjust the lighting in here a little bit, guys, because for me, the way I had to move my desk, it's kind of, I'm literally right under the light in this room, and it's causing a little bit of a shadow for me. And then the ring light I use, I don't know if it's on the max light right now, which is good because then you can see my true skin texture and everything, but it's bad because I can't physically see as well straight on. Sorry, little eye nuggets. Okay. All right. So that is the application. What do we got? What do we think? We're closer now. So here is the finger side. This is with my hands. Look in my mirror. I think it looks like my skin. I think this is so crazy when you can have makeup on that looks just like you have good skin. I love that. I think that's what we all want. Even girls who want full coverage makeup, you still want it to look like it's your skin, just so perfect. I don't know why it's looking so dark on my neck. It's not looking like that in person. This is so funny. So what we're gonna do next is just the rest of my face. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with my makeup today. Didn't really think about it. I guess I'm gonna put on this e.l.f. concealer. This is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer Matte Finish. It's new to me. It is not like a clean formula by any means, but I have heard that it is very similar to Tarte Shape Tape, which is what I love. So I wanted to kind of pick it up and try it out. I'm also trying my best to not use as much concealer and do, like, you know, the typical blogger look. We'll see how it's going. I don't know. Some days I don't mind it, and then other days I'm like, no, I need more. But I do say that I believe that not putting so much so close to the lash line is good. Because when you have too much concealer right at the lash line, it does kind of build up and crease a little bit. So pulling it a little bit lower it has been working out a little bit better. And I do think it is pretty close to the Tarte Shape Tape, but it's not you just can't compare, you know? You just can't compare it. Okay, to set the under eyes, I have been playing with this Becca under eye setting powder, brightening setting powder. Do I think it's anything special? Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. It's weird. Sometimes when I take a picture of my makeup, I feel like it does brighten, and then sometimes I feel like it doesn't. I will say I don't think it like dries, like makes my under eyes look dry or cakey, which is always the goal. But I don't know if it necessarily is brightening than any other translucent powder. But I've been testing it out. I had a recommendation to try it from a friend. I like it. I got it in a holiday gift set, so it wasn't like the, I didn't spend full price. I got a couple other pieces with it. It was the Hydro, whatever you call it, this thing. I think this actually does help on days that my under eyes were particularly bad. And then it also came with a mini of the under eye brightener. I don't know if this system truly does anything. Maybe we'll have to do a video kind of seeing if it does. Okay, so there's the under eyes set, the ambient lighting powder from Hourglass, which normally is my finishing powder, but whatever. And we're just going to tap this on. This has a little luminosity to it, which I love, because although I am normal oily, I want to not look like a flat, matte, dry biatch. So just kind of patting that on. See, so it just kind of took the shine down, but it's not like cakey or matte or flat. Okay. What should we do next? Let's do a little bronzer and such. Also, guys, you know I do Beautycounter, and Beautycounter discontinued a lot of their powders, and I'm so sad. So it's tough because I don't like using stuff that I know you guys can't get. So anyway, I am gonna use this Beautycounter bronzer. It might actually be on sale right now. Like a lot, a big sale. We're having a big sale. So if you do want a clean formula for a bronzer, you can get this one on sale right now. Just gonna warm up the face a little bit. It looks so weird on camera, and I think I'm about to hit pan on this. Isn't that so exciting when you get there? When you get to that place? Because I didn't fully like set my whole face down, I'm kind of pressing into the skin and not buffing it because I don't want to move the product too much. So just going into the contour line of my cheekbone and patting. Because if I was to swish, you're gonna pull all the makeup all over your face. So just kind of bronzing where the sun would hit. And then I'll contour out my jawline a little bit. Not too much. I don't particularly feel too puffy today, but a little contour never hurt anybody. Okay, I'm just kind of using this as eyeshadow, which is something I do very often. Alright, and for highlighter, so bummed we're also discontinuing our highlighter, which this is my favorite one in Topaz. I don't know if this is available anymore, but I'm gonna use it today. And then for blush, so the one thing Beautycounter isn't discontinuing is the blushes. Thank goodness. The blushes are so good. Okay, I've been using two, so I'm gonna pop Melon on first, which is a light peachy pink. And this is gonna just kind of flush up the face a little bit. And also I feel like, no, maybe not. I was gonna say, I feel like one side looks, maybe I'm just not used to being so close to the camera. I don't know. I'm like sitting back now. Okay, and then I pop on Date, which is more like a terracotta brick. Yeah, the camera definitely looks darker than real life. This doesn't look this dark. I'll have to tweak the lighting a little bit. Let me see something. I don't usually like to mess with the numbers too much, but let me see. Nope, that's way too dark. That is way too bright. Let me see something. This might be better. Let me see. No. All right, guys, we're gonna play with this a little more. Bear with me. In general, it looks pretty close, but I'm gonna pop on Date a little more like on the apples and the high points, and as eyeshadow. Normally I would take my finishing powder and blend this all out, so we're gonna go ahead and do that with a dual fiber brush, which is just gonna give us a light application, and it's gonna help blend all the colors together so there's no harsh lines. I think the skin looks super natural. I'm going to finish the eyes off camera, and then I'll come back so you can see like a final look before we go throughout the rest of the day. Okay, so it is actually 11:45 a.m., 11:46 a.m. on January 3rd. We're gonna see how long this lasts on me and when I'm gonna do a final check-in and what I think it's gonna look like. So it does claim to be long wearing, 24-hour hydration, 24-hour coverage, and 24-hour glow. I do think my skin looks glowy. I think it looks radiant. I think it looks healthy. I think we have the perfect amount of everyday coverage. So yeah, I have nothing bad to say about it at this point, and we'll see how it looks. In case you're curious about the other stuff I'm wearing on my face, I ended up using my Beautycounter brow pencil in medium on my brows with the medium brow gel to set. On my eyes, you saw I had the bronzer through the crease, and then what I did was I used just a brown eyeliner at the lash line, and then I used the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize in Champagne on the lid for just some shine. And then on the lips, I put the Charlotte Tilbury lip pencil in Pillow Talk with the Beautycounter lip gloss in Bare Shimmer, which is a new fave of mine. It was an old fave of mine. I got away from it for a while, and now I'm back on it. So, all right, we'll see what my face looks like at the end. All right, this is the final check-in. We are at 9:30 p.m. What has that been then? I don't even remember. Was it 11:30? God, I hope it was. I think it was 11:30. So 8 hours. Wasn't the longest day ever, but I'm trying my best in 2021 to go to bed earlier and get up earlier. This is like going to be a really hard thing for me, but I just have to do it. So anyway, let's just get into this final check-in here. I'm still playing around with the lighting. It looks really bright in here right now. My camera's gonna die, so we have to make this quick. Don't look at my eye makeup. It was raining outside today, and I got caught in some rain, so I had to wipe my eyeshadow like that, so my eyes look like a mess. But my skin overall, I think, looks pretty. It's a little shiny, but I don't care. Like, I'd rather look shiny than like flaky and matte and flat. As I always say, if you can still see your bronzer and blush when you're at the end of the day, that's a good sign that your foundation is high enough quality that it's holding on to the pigment. And I feel as though you can totally see my blush and bronzer still, which is nice. My brows are still on, you know, like that. The stuff that's going on top of your base makeup is holding on. So that means that it's still there. So anyway, as usual, if you've watched a lot of my foundation wear tests, I do get shiny on the nose, and I just kind of smudge it out, and you know, it looks fine. It's really, I don't even need like a powder if I just do that. So I really like it. I mean, is there a little bit of fading here on the jawline where I have some acne scarring? Maybe. I also was in the rain, so who knows? I don't think this is the kind of formula. Wow, my hair looks like a mess. I don't think this is the kind of formula you'd want to wear to like a wedding or like, you know, a special event. But I think this is the kind of formula you wear every day. Does it have sunscreen in it? No. That's like the one thing that is missing to kind of make it into like that CC cream category. But as like a basic tinted moisturizer for everyday makeup, I love this. And the price point is not bad at all. This is $29. Like, Most of the other tinted moisturizers, CC creams like this on the market are $40, $45, like easily, not even, you know, blinking an eye. And for $29 at, this is definitely, yeah, I was gonna say it's at least an ounce, it's 1.1 ounces. I see nothing wrong with this, other than the fact that maybe it's not technically a super clean formula. If you're very much into clean beauty, not maybe gonna cut you, like make the cut in terms of what you deem as clean, but I think it's a decently clean formula. It's not perfect, but it's definitely better than a lot of stuff out there, and I think it's really pretty on the skin. I really love this kind of finish and formula for every day. So yeah, I hope that kind of gives you guys an idea of how it's working on my like normal oily skin. I guess I have normal oily. I don't know. I want to say my skin is like normal oily but dehydrated, or like normal oily sensitive but dehydrated. So anyway, I hope that kind of gives you an idea of where we're at. I'm going to get myself in the shower and hopefully get in bed within the hour. So if you have any questions about this formula, drop them below. I'll try to answer them and hopefully help you make the decision on if this would be right for you. So thanks so much for checking out my video. I hope you guys have a great day or night whenever you're watching this. Talk to you soon.